What's up, party people? It's your girl. Welcome to China and welcome to my channel. And y'all, we're about to get into this Jake Paul tea. I'm going to test my sound. Testing, 1, 2, because Jake Paul is accused of some BS. Oh my goodness. He pulling a James Charles and a David Dobrik. Let's get into it, okay? All right, y'all, let's go ahead and get into it. It is the afternoon, but go ahead and pour you up something. I'm definitely going to pour me up something because this is getting wild. So let me go ahead and pull up this article for y'all. Long story short, if you're new here, my name is Welcome to China. If you're old here, then you know that we are some old hoes. So we just be here every day when China shows up and we talk about some things. Anyway, so Jake Paul has been accused by another fellow TikToker, social media light, whomever, by the name of Justine Paradise. Now, is Justine Paradise famous? Now she is. Does she have a lot of followers on TikTok? Hell yeah, she does. But I'm like, who is this lady named Justine Paradise accusing Jake Paul of assault? Now, she did a multitude of TikToks that were pretty graphic, but she did do a video on YouTube that we're going to be looking at. I have not watched it yet. Okay, because I'm like, I need to see who this Justine Paradise woman is first. But long story short, this is her. So she has 62K. You see, she got like the blue hair. Okay, I've never seen the blue. It's the blue eyebrows for me. She got blue eyebrows. And this is the young lady that is accusing Jake Paul of taking advantage of her sexually. All right. So this is her. So she looks like she kind of got that like punk rocker style, very much so serving me Euphoria. Oh, she does like the different, cosplay and the elf ears and all that fun stuff. So no judgment to her. So this is the young lady. I just wanted to see like what she looked like first before we get into it. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this next article from Distractify because this is starting to circulate, which is not a good look. The Paul brothers always end up being into some type of BS, which is crazy. But let me go ahead and pull this for you. So see, this is circulating as of yesterday, 11 a.m. Content warning. Again, this is trigger warning, y'all. We're going to talk about SA. A YouTuber, TikToker by the name of Justine Paradise accused Jake Paul of assault, sharing a 20-minute video on April 9th. I feel really awkward right now because I think this is a lot. And then she goes on to talk about Justine Paradise says that she thought signing an NDA barred her from speaking out about sexual assault. SA, excuse me. But in the video, this happened at the Team 10 house. She was introduced to the Team 10 house, which is, if you don't know, the big YouTuber house where all the YouTubers stay, back in 2019. So this has been circulating. We're going to go ahead and watch this video and we're going to watch it together. I have not seen it yet because I am very, very curious to see how many women have charges against him. As of right now, BB Bean, what's up? Happy Sunday. This is the only young lady that has a claim against him as of right now. He was just married, not married to Tana Mojo, another YouTuber. But I'm going to go ahead and pull this because let's just see, because I have not watched it. Now, this is 20 minutes long. I didn't do any timestamps, so stay if you please. This will be pre-recorded if you need to come back. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. I am literally only 20 subscribers away from 800, which is a huge blessing. So if you guys feel like blessing me on this church Sunday, let's go ahead and look at this. So as of right now, I found out about this on the H3 podcast. For those who do not know, Ethan Klein, Gila, they do frenemies with Trisha Paytas, all this. I'm obsessed with YouTube. Obviously, I'm a YouTuber. But these are other YouTubers who do commentary, such as myself. They were talking about this, and then I was like, oh my God, this is really true. I had a friend bring this up to me. So this is the video. We're going to go ahead and get into it. It's been out for like a day or so.
But I've never said anything about it because a couple different reasons.
Okay, I'm sorry. It'd be the technical difficulties for me. Okay, y'all. So let's go ahead and watch this. says, please watch the video before commenting. Everything that I said in the video is true. Save someone else from doing this mistake.
I feel really kind of awkward right now because I think about this a lot. I think about it every single day, but I've never said anything about it because a couple different reasons. One, I don't want to ruin someone's career for something that they did. Is it like I feel guilty even though I was the one who was assaulted? This happened last year. I haven't said anything. That's why I was too embarrassed. I was too feeling guilty, even though it's not my fault. I guess I should start by saying how I knew him. This story is about Jake Paul. I was going to use a fake name, but if someone else, another girl is in a situation like me and thinks that it's just someone that's nice and sweet, like he's not. So, I'm just gonna go ahead and use his real name. It was Jake Paul. So I will start with how I knew him, I guess.
First thing, she's like nice and sweet. Since when was Jake Paul? I mean, he's not as bad as Logan Paul. But since when was Jake Paul coined as sweet? We know how Jake Paul get down. Come on. But anyway, let's continue to watch.
I guess. And when it happened the summer before all this COVID stuff was happening. That's another reason I was afraid to say anything about it because so much time has gone by. The time going by doesn't change anything. It still happens and I still think about it every single day since it has happened. I didn't watch any of Jake Paul's videos. I knew who he was. I knew his name. Like, his face is literally everywhere on, like, book covers and stuff. Like, it would be really hard to not know who he is.
Now, I will say, I know who Jake Paul is. Now, do I sit and watch those, like, 5-minute Jake Paul videos? No, I'm not a 12-year-old little boy. I'm not watching that. Now, do I know who they are? Do I watch the tea? Did I watch all the Shane Dawson documentaries, docuseries on them? Do I know about his life? Am I engaged? Do I listen to the Logan Paul podcast? Impulsive? Yes. Do I know the Paul brothers? Yes. Am I going to watch those videos? No. So, okay, I feel you on that.
Yes, but I have never seen any of his videos. So how I met him was through a mutual friend, and I don't want to throw my friends under the bus because they're my friends, they're nice to me. So I was hanging out with my friend Becca, they came, and she was like, oh my god, I'm bored, let's hang out with...
She just said, they're my friends, they're nice to me. Girl, okay.
Some cute boys. I was like, I know cute boys, let's hang out with Michael. Fake name, by the way. I texted Michael and I was like, hey, what are you doing? It's been a while, let's hang out. And he was like, yeah, I'm down, come to the studio tonight. And I was like, bet. With Becca, we drove over to the address to the studio. What do you know, when we get to the studio, it's the whole Team 10 house. I felt intimidated. I didn't know that the studio that I was going to be pulling up to was like famous people's house. I've hung out with other like famous people. I've met famous people. Like, it's fine being a normal person going to hang out with a bunch of famous people. You gotta kind of get that mindset, you know, like ready for it so you don't act stupid in front of them, whatever. So I was a little thrown off. I didn't know that we were going to be even going to the Team 10 house, which is just like a giant mansion, basically, where...
Okay, I'm going to stop here for those who do not know. I'm sorry. I have to do this for those who do not know what the Team 10 house is. The Team 10 house is Jake Paul and I believe his brother. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. It is their house, the Team 10 house. Let me go ahead and pull this article for you really quick so you guys can know what I am talking about. Let me stop sharing here. Hit that subscribe button. Give your girl a thumbs up. I appreciate everybody being here. We're going to get into all of this. TT. So the Team 10 house is a big multi-million-dollar house in West Hollywood. The Team 10 house was purchased by Jake Paul for $7 million, basically 6.925, reportedly 15,000 square feet on property in Calabasas. Okay, who is Team 10? Jake Paul, social media incubator. Again, this is his house. Why do I have to put in the year that I was born? J16. I'm definitely not 12 years old. But basically the Team 10 house, if I can put why is this doing this, J14? Okay. So yes, so this is basically their social media house. A lot of TikTokers. This is for YouTubers in specific. Team 10 is a social media management company founded by Jake. It grows influencers into superstars and its members harness on their collective power creating videos. So the girls got same thing as the David Dobrik house, all that. The girls got invited over to the house, and basically I don't know if girls who go to see YouTubers are considered groupies, but I guess it's kind of like a groupie thing to do. If she was doing it for clout, I don't think she will say assaulted her face. I believe her 100. Yeah, I'm ready to get into this, Cuckoo Piper. I'm sorry if I said it wrong. I definitely feel you on that. So on that note, let's continue on to continue to watch. But I wanted y'all to know what the Team 10 house was as well, because that's important. But before that, I'm going to go ahead and pull this TikTok, y'all, because I did indeed find the TikTok, the original TikTok that Justine was talking about, basically why Justine, this woman, this is what blew up, basically. So I already pulled the TikTok for you guys to see why Justine went to make this video, this, that, and the third. It started by saying, am I allowed to talk about it if I signed an NDA? So let's go ahead and look at this. I'm not going to play the music because I'm going to get demonetized. Signing NDA at your favorite YouTuber's house.
19.
And he assaults you. So this is what started, and everybody's like, who is it? Who is it? I signed an NDA to go here. So now we're going to talk about her showing up at the house. I just wanted to show you guys this. Now let's go ahead and get back into the actual video. I appreciate you, Cuckoo Piper. Thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. I hope you're a subscriber. Make sure you guys are hitting that subscribe button for your girl. All right, let me go ahead and share this back, and let's continue to watch this, because this is some hot tea. Make sure you're hitting that subscribe button. Make sure you're hitting that thumbs up for me, baby. I'm going to tell y'all I'm almost to 800 because we going to get into it. All right, where is my link back? And now she's talking about them showing up at the house. Her friends hit her up like, we want to see some hot guys.
Jake and some of his friends live. As soon as you go in to the Team 10 house, right on the side of the wall, there's this thing that like takes your picture and has you sign an NDA form. Also, that is why I thought I wasn't allowed to talk about this, and then I made a TikTok today asked if someone assaulted me but I signed an NDA, like, am I allowed to speak about it? Because I thought if you
y'all better hit that thumbs up and subscribe button, because I definitely set that up for you even before she said this, and I didn't even see this video. It's like I'm That So Raven or something. Look at her face. So anyway, Team 10 house, y'all already got that. And they take your picture so they can see who you are and you sign an NDA. That's what I'm saying. They don't be playing in these houses. That's why nobody says nothing. T.I. and Tiny.
if you sign an NDA, you're like signing away your rights to talk about anything, basically. But yeah, after signing the NDA thing, I met Jake Paul almost immediately. I had to go to the bathroom. I was looking for a bathroom in this huge place. I walk into the kitchen, and Jake Paul was there, and like a bunch of people that lived there were there, and they had like whiteboards, and they were just doing like businessy stuff. I was just looking for the bathroom. I didn't know where the bathroom was. Jake was there obviously because it was his house, and he was like, "Hey, I like your hair," and I was like, "Oh, thanks." He asked if I had an accent. I don't know why I didn't think I sounded like that, and I was like,
he liked the blue hair, didn't he?
Where's the bathroom? And then he showed me where the bathroom was, and then I just kind of hung out with my friend Michael and Becca for the remainder of the time there, and then Jake came up to me and he asked me for my phone number at some point. And even though this was like a year and a half ago, I do still have the phone that I had at the time, so I have all the messages and everything. He was really awkward. I don't know if it was just me or if he's like this with everyone. I mean, I don't think he's like this with everyone. I don't know. But he was really awkward when he was talking to me. Like, to me, it reminded me of like middle school, because he would text me even if I was like in the same room.
Okay, so let's pause this because I was going to say something already. Ooh, she got T. Oh, I love some good tea on a Sunday, y'all. Oh my goodness. Okay, she said he was acting like a middle school boy before I even read these messages. That means he was attracted to her. That means he likes her. That means he likes the blue hair. He likes Euphoria. He dated Tana Mojo. He likes the kind of blonde, whitish girls, whatever. So I could tell he already likes her. Jake Paul, I can definitely serve me immature schoolboy. So Jake Paul says, KK, babe, you look so good. She said, thank you, thank you. He said, how are you? She said, why are you texting me when I'm in your house? Ha, ha, ha. So these are the text messages between them when she went over there. So he's doing that kind of thing. Because you're cute. She said, shall I come up? He said, yes, come here. So then that was on... It's no date on that. So then July 18th, 3:39, let's hang out tonight. I'm getting food with a friend tonight, but I come down, but I can come after if you're down. Also, you have to speak to me and not text me from across the room. LOL, of course, we will kick it. Normally, I am working. So that's the text messages she put here.
As him, I can put up the text here. I'm not sure exactly how many times I went to his house.
Why are you saying, Maga the Waffler? Why are you saying,
Because they basically had someone recording in the studio that they have there, like, every day, and just, like, a bunch of people there hanging out. Not necessarily a party, but just, like...
I was talking. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me go back to what she said here. The earliest...
Even if I was, like, in the same room as him, I can put up the text here. I'm not sure exactly how many times I went to his house.
The earliest text I have with Jake, I wish people would leave these longer when they make these videos so we can read it. The earliest text I have with Jake is June 1st, 2019, and the last he responded was July 20th. So they're talking for about almost 2 months, the night of the assault. So they were kicking it for a little bit. Justin estimate probably
because
6 times.
They basically had someone recording in the studio.
So she says they were kicking it 6 times before this. So they was kicking it a little bit. He was feeling her. I'm gonna have to Google when he got with Tana for real.
So that they have there like every day, and just like a bunch of people there hanging out. Not necessarily a party, but just like they were just really popular and always had people there. So they would ask me to come over. Not just my friend Michael, but Jake too would text me and ask me.
I do see what you're saying, Michael Waffle. But, you know, it's still, I can still say last year, like 2020, 21. So it may be a miss of words, but let's see when she gets to the actual meat of what's going on. So Jake says, come get tatted. She says, right now I will. He says, yeah, pull up B. Oh my God, he sounds just like a fuckboy. Are you coming? I don't want to interrupt your feeling and chilling with so-and-so in the studio. He said, okay, bet, babe.
Me to come over, texts here. He would ask me to come over. I would, and then when I was there, he wouldn't talk to me, like to my face. He would say hi to me, and then he would go do other stuff.
This reminds me of being in college. I'm going to say this, Cuckoo Piper. I think he texts them in the house so he can sleep with more girls without showing. I've been in a situation where it was a guy texting me in a house, and he had his whole girlfriend in the crib, and I didn't even know it was his girlfriend. So yes, I have seen people do that before. But on top of that, I have seen guys kind of do that as a slick and sly way to kind of chat with a girl if they're shy and awkward. He definitely is rich, multi-million-dollar, but he can definitely be awkward as hell too. So thank you, Cuckoo Piper. Yeah, so it is very much so like he can be manipulating and trying to talk to multiple women on top of him being awkward and not even knowing how to talk to the girls for real. Because this is just very much so serving me middle school. Just like everyone's saying, definitely serving me middle school. I got 8 people in here. What's up, 8 people? Make sure I got some 8 thumbs up and some new subscriptions. Okay, let's get going.
And he would be texting me. And to me, it felt like, you know, have you ever been in like middle school and you're with your crush, but you're too afraid to tell
middle school? Why is he serving us middle school teacups?
Them that you like them, so you text them, and it's really awkward, but it's middle school, so it makes sense to be that awkward and weird. That's what it reminded me of. He would be like, hey, where are you? I'm like, I'm downstairs or whatever, like, I'll come up. And then he would still text me even though I'm in the same room, and I just felt uncomfortable.
Okay, and I also just looked this up, you guys. I Googled, when did Jake Paul marry? Remember when Jake Paul did this fake marriage to Tana Mojo? He married Tana, fake married Tana Mojo. Look this up on your own. We'll talk about it after. In July of 2019. Didn't she just say wasn't this happening then? Can you do it on 2 speed? She talks incredibly slow. I can adjust and I can do that. I appreciate that. Let me give that a try. I can. She do talk slow as hell. All right, y'all. Let me stop talking too because this is long.
Because why can't you just talk to my face if I'm here? But I just figured he had bad social skills. Like, I didn't know anything about him before, but after I met him, I kind of like looked him up a little bit, and I guess he's been famous for like a long time. So I'm just assuming he always got what he wanted and never had to build like social skills and talking to people. Like, girls basically just like throw themselves at him, which is what I was seeing there. Like, girls were just throwing themselves at him, and he would go to his room with a different girl, like multiple different girls every day. Like, that's just what happened. It was fine, whatever. One of these days, I was in the studio. Some people were recording down there, and Jake.
Thank you so much for this. I appreciate you. This is much better.
Like, pulled me into this little corner area in the studio and started kissing me, and I was fine with that. I did think he was cute. I did want to kiss him. That is fine. That wasn't the issue that he kissed me there. It was weird because the place that he kissed me was like in front of everyone, so it kind of felt like he was showing off to his friends that he was making out with me. That was a little weird, especially since like one of my friends, Michael, was there. That was a little awkward for me, but it was fine. Flash forward a little bit. Jake grabs my hand and he starts walking with me, and I thought it was cute. He was just like talking to me, being nice, whatever, so I was walking with him, and he brings me to his room. People have brought me to their room before, and I'm their friend, and they're literally just trying to show me their room, or they just want to talk to me away from the crowd of people, or sometimes they are like trying to do something sexual, but if I say no, they respect it, you know. So I didn't have an issue with following him to wherever he was bringing me in his house. I don't know. While we were in his room, it was like pretty cool. There's a big like aquarium with a bunch of fish in there and stuff. We were just talking about like, I was like, where are you from? And he's like, Ohio. And I'm like, yeah, but like what part of Ohio, whatever. We were just talking, and he was just like, you care about what part? Like, no one actually cares. No one actually wants to talk to me. Like the whole like, I'm famous. No one actually cares about me. They just want things from me. I don't know if that's just like a card he plays, like, oh, I'm just this famous person, but you get me, and like you actually want to know who I am. We were dancing in his room, like ballroom dancing, you know, and then we were like kissing and stuff, and then he like took it to his bed. The sex.
Oh, he liked her. Oh, he liked her, huh? He said, nobody cares about me. I'm famous. Okay.
It was very special and very important to me, but I haven't had sex with that many people. I haven't. Normally, not all the time, but normally everybody respects me when I don't want to do sexual things, so I thought that it was fine if I went in his room, and I thought it would be fine to kiss him because I thought he would stop if I didn't want to do anything else. Like, that's normal. That's what you do. So anyway, we were on his bed kissing for a bit, and then every time he would like try to put my hand places or like try to put his hands places that I didn't want, I would just kind of move it away and be like, no, and then like, you know, just back to kissing. And then at one point he said, if nothing is going to happen, then what's the point? What's the point? I don't know, maybe I could be one of your friends. Maybe I can just be someone that you kiss.
Okay, so he said if nothing's going to happen, so what's the point? So they kitchen touching, getting a little freaky deaky leaky. And then he's saying, if you ain't gonna kiss and touch on me a little bit more, then what's happening? What's going on? And then she's like, oh, she's being awkward. And I'm like, oh Lord, okay.
Never ever have I rejected someone's touches and they said, well, nothing's gonna happen. What's the point? Like, what? But that is what he said, word for word. I thought that was weird. That made me uncomfortable. And then he gets up. He doesn't go away. This is the point where if what he wanted is sex, he sees he's not gonna get it. This is the point where we would just go elsewhere. You know, go back downstairs where everyone is. Go back to the studio. Like, he could even tell me to leave if he wanted to. If his sole purpose was to have sex with me and saw that that wasn't going to happen, he could tell me to leave. Yes, it would be like a jerk move, but he could have. But that is not what he did. When he got up, he undid his pants and grabbed my face and started fucking my face. I would like to say that
okay. I got I'm not trying to be insensitive and laugh, but that was just like too much because she just like did this to us too quick. So I gotta go back a little bit because I gotta listen to this. Okay. This is getting graphic.
But that is what he said, word for word. I thought that was weird. That made me uncomfortable. And then he gets up. He doesn't go away. This is the point where if what he wanted is sex, he sees he's not going to get it. This is the point where we would just go elsewhere. You know, go back downstairs where everyone is. Go back to the studio. Like, he could even tell me to leave if he wanted to. If his sole purpose was to have sex with me and saw that that wasn't going to happen, he could tell me to leave. Yes, it would be like a jerk move, but he could have. But that is not what he did. When he got up, he undid his pants and grabbed my face and started fucking my face. I would like to say that I have only given oral sex to like two.
So basically what she's saying is, you know, okay, so this is really tea. Did she just say that? Yes, she did. She did say that. I really doubt this happened because she could have bid it and it's not that hard to stop forcefully. I think it's still more going on, you guys, before this. It's more than him just grabbing her head. Now I'm just saying, and I'm gonna tell y'all. Let me take my screen down. Y'all are gonna sit here and lie. If you're telling me that it's never been a man, or a man, you did it, or a woman did it, or you heard one of your friends do it, a guy, you chilling, you laying in the bed, he try to take your head and try to have them give you fellatio. So that's already an issue. But have people been there? Don't lie. Come on, don't lie, people. Don't do that. But let's continue on. Let's continue on. So that's what she's saying has been going on. They laying in the bed, he takes her head, he tries to give her the little wop-de-doop. And now let's see. Oh my God. I just cannot believe this, Jake Paul. For this even to come out is already messy.
Or 3 people before this, because that's really special to me. Honestly, more so than like,
girl, this is irrelevant. You got to just get straight to it.
Like penis vagina sex, because it's different with penis vagina sex. Mostly that's just like the only sense that's going into that is touch, but when it's going in your mouth, that's touch, that's taste, that's smell, that's like, it's all in your face, what am I supposed to do? I was still laying down, he was on top of me and like holding my head like into him, like I couldn't even tell him not to. He didn't ask for consent or anything. Like, he knew I didn't want to do anything with him because he said, if nothing's gonna happen, what's the point? And then he just shoves himself in you. That's not okay. On no level at all is that okay. It didn't last that long though, because he came in my mouth, and honestly, it was less than 30 seconds, so it didn't last that long. It was like 20 seconds, if that. He did that, I couldn't go anywhere because he was literally grabbing my head and shoving.
Y'all talking about putting y'all on blast. This is true. That's what I'm saying. Don't act like y'all like never been in the bed before, and somebody's like, yo, come here, girl. Come on. I'm not making fun of this woman right here. But I'm saying, y'all gonna act like y'all ain't never been there before? Y'all ain't never been there before? Cuckoo Piper, you ain't never been there before. BBB, y'all ain't never been there before. No, I'm straight plus 15 saving for marriage. Period. I'm not even gonna hold you. I would bite you. Shireen, I would bite you. What is you doing, friend? What is you doing? Y'all, this is just, it's the Jake Paulage for me. Anyway, let's continue on. Let's keep watching. Oh my goodness. Come on, computer.
Shoving himself in me. At that point, I was really confused and like, what the heck just happened? Why did that happen? I was like, what the heck? So I just like kind of rolled over on his bed. I'm like, what the heck? And then he cuddled me for like 0.2 seconds. He literally put his arm around me and then got back up and then walked over to his door and he's like, okay, let's go back to the stew. And I'm just like, what?
Okay, so y'all are killing me with these comments and not my face. It's too much for me. So basically he said, so if y'all don't know, the lingo is let's go back to the stew. So he said, let's go back to the, so Jake Paul, basically, she didn't want to give him any, this doesn't even matter, you guys. I don't have enough, I don't get monetized, so I can kind of say whatever. So Jake Paul went up, he thought that she was just going to give him a little head and go back downstairs, back to the studio. So that's where we're at. That's what I took from all of this. He tried to cuddle her for a little bit after. That wasn't even necessary, Jake Paul, honestly. But I'm wondering, is this is what she's speaking of, the forcefully? I would have been like, come on, Jake. This is too much. We already got to the jiggy part. Just get to the evidence of this happened, since the evidence is her fabricating a story. Stop it, please. He cuddled her face, yo. Oh my goodness. Y'all are killing me with the comments today. Let's just see. Let's just finish it and see. Okay.
Like stew as a studio for those that don't get it. Yeah, all right, let's go back to the stew. And I was like, okay, let me just like fix my hair and makeup first because it was all messed up. And I went to his bathroom that's connected to his room. I was trying to, and he's like, no, let's go. And I'm like, why would you sexually assault me and then not even let me like fix my hair and makeup? Like, I don't want your room looking like this. I don't want to be looking like that at all. Like, that's embarrassing to have like my makeup all like going down and like my hair all messed up. It's obvious that sexual things happen. I don't know. So I'm like, no, I'm going to fix this. And then like I just like fixed my hair and makeup as fast as I could. He grabbed my phone, and at the time I had a phone that was pretty old. I'm not one to keep up with updating my phone, when everyone gets a new phone and stuff. And it's this one, so it's like.
I'm like not even trying to hold you up, but I feel triggered because it's a lot of mother suckers that have tried to do this to me. I'm not even gonna lie. It's a lot of people. Not that it has went through, but this is just I know Maggie the Waffler he's cutting up today. Buddy is cutting up today. But let's continue. Let's continue. She was way too polite for her. Y'all, stop. I'm just trying to. We're gonna finish the video, okay? We're gonna finish the video and see. Look at her.
This is the size of phones like now, also about the size of what they would have been then. But this one was my phone, and as you can see, it's tiny. So when people were asking me for my number and like putting their number in my phone and stuff, they'd be like, "Oh, your phone is tiny." Like I was really judged on not updating my phone. I don't know. Maybe they're like, "She's poor." I don't know. Yeah, basically everyone there would make fun of my phone because it's small and old.
Okay, now, but who really has this old ass iPhone? Now, come on, buddy. I think nobody, even the poorest of poor, and I'm not even rich. I'm poor too. Shit, I gotta bet.
And like an artifact, and Jake at this point in his room, after I'm trying to like fix my hair and makeup and stuff to get out, he picks up my phone. He was like, "Come on, let's leave, get your dinosaur phone and let's go." And I was just like, wait a second, because up until this point he had been nice to me, he had been sweet to me, even though he was a little socially awkward and sometimes just like texting me instead of talking to me when I was right there. When he was talking to me, it was nice and sweet. So this complete 180 and like being sexually assaulting me, being just like straight up rude, that was just on top of that extra rude. Like, who cares? Who cares if someone updates their phone? But let me tell you, the only person I ever saw there that didn't say anything about my phone or anything negative about my phone, I think his name is Diablo. He had like the moon tattoo, red hair at the time. He was nice. He put his number in my phone. He was the only person who saw the size of my phone and that it was an older phone. He was like, "Hey, that's cool that you don't care about updating it. It's cool that you don't care about that kind of thing." But everyone else made fun of me there for it. It's really weird. After that, my friend Michael found me.
Oh, the YouTubers with the millions and trillions of dollars are talking about this poor girl's phone. Jake Paul, you should have just bought her a new phone. That's like giving her $20, right?
Crying and was asking me what's wrong, and I told him what was wrong.
I did not know that this was an assault of fellatio. I'm not really definitely versed in those, but I did not know this was an alleged assault of fellatio. I'm not going to keep talking about this.
Jake Paul fucked my face without consent. He was telling me that's really messed up.
Oh my God, girl, why is you saying it like that? I'm not even saying it like that. F my face until, oh my goodness, this is the vulgarity of it for me. Gross.
"I'm so sorry that happened to you. I'll talk to him for you." And I just stayed there with him and my friend Becca for a bit, crying, and they were just like both being there for me. And then I went home. There was no contact between me and Jake after this.
Diablo in the phone. I invited.
And I texted him a few weeks later, and I was just being normal, and I was
okay,
like,
wait. I took this Snapchat while I was still there. You can see my location. I was in Calabash, and my face was puffy from crying. Not being insensitive here.
Contact between me and Jake after this.
I was invited back over by the people that live there, and I wanted to talk to him about what happened, and they didn't respond anymore after the assault. Of course, they're not going to say anything after. And look, she still tried to text him. And then he blocked her because it went green. But you went and told Diablo and or whomever, she went and told everybody else what happened. So obviously he's going to block her and think that that was odd behavior. Just assuming how guys like move. He's not bursting those. He only proved she's taking a picture. Okay. Yeah, y'all. Let's continue on. But you guys have honestly, these comments on here are crazy. Everyone's like, "I'm sorry he did this for you. Proud of you for telling your story. He wasn't awkward. He knew he was going to assault you. Girl, you don't have to explain yourself to us. You don't need to explain why you went into the room, why you laid on his bed. You thought he was a respectful, good person." When was Jake Paul coined as a respectful, high-value man? No one here in Ohio claims him. This man is physically ill.
And I texted him a few weeks later, and I was just being normal, and I was like, "Hi, do you want to hang out?" He didn't give me a response or anything. You might be wondering like why I would want to hang out with someone who did that to me, and that is because I wanted to talk to him about how that made me feel. Because somewhere in my brain, I was thinking, what if he didn't do this to me on purpose? What if he didn't know how this made me feel? Like, what if he just does this to everyone because he's so socially awkward and thinks that this is what they want? I just wanted to talk to him and tell him, "Hey, I didn't consent for this. It made me feel so awful. I've literally only done this with like 3 people in my whole life because it's so special to me, and you just took that from me." But I couldn't tell him because he never responded. And I'm hoping that my friend Michael talked to Jake. If he ever did talk to him, I don't know. I never got an apology or anything like that. I would have liked to have an apology because that was messed up, and I didn't want that, and I didn't say, like, just because I let you kiss me, and I let you hold my hand, and I let you dance with me in your room, that doesn't give you the right to come in my mouth. If Jake honestly, I don't think it was anything significant. Like I said, there's a different girl with him every day. I don't even know if it was another. This is what it looked like at the time.
Why is she talking? Why you gotta say it like that? That just makes me feel, oh, y'all coming for his cuckoo and cacao too. Oh my goodness, y'all funny as hell. Oh my goodness, she's trying to help him remember. She sees the picture of him. We're almost done. If he remembers, girl, he remember you.
Like, I met you when I looked like this, and that was wrong, and I would have liked an apology, and mostly I'm putting out this video, one, so Jake sees it, because that's not okay. And I've noticed a lot of men who harass or anything like that to girls, a lot of times they don't change unless it is put out publicly. Like, I was harassed by one person before, and he literally wouldn't stop. I kept blocking him, and he kept making different accounts until I finally made a video about him, and then he finally stopped. And I found out he just moved on to other girls. But I'm saying...
Okay, so this is it. This is all she has to say for that. I'm going to stop running this. You guys, how do we feel about this? Drop a comment. I got 11 people in here. Can you give me a thumbs up and can you give me a subscription? I appreciate it because I broke down this whole mother sucking story that was so long and I don't even know how I feel about this. So she said this happened before. But something that was interesting to me amongst all of this is I wanted to look at like Jake Paul's drama timeline basically in his controversies. So everybody can see that Jake Paul has been in a bunch of mess. 100% fake. We got people saying her friends have to talk. Everyone kind of has to see what's going on. I assume we're going to see. This is going to continue to unravel. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this article of Jake Paul's biggest controversies. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. Support me. Come on now. I'm a bag. I'm a dry bag. I got 10 people in here and I only got 4 thumbs up. And that's so mean of y'all. That's so mean. I should pull a Kevin Samuels and play the little countdown. Jake Paul's biggest controversies. How the notorious YouTuber found fame through scandal. With more than 20 million subscribers, Jake Paul has become one of the most successful YouTubers of his generation by leveraging one controversy after another. So let's go ahead and look at all of his controversies. Jake Paul's first major controversy was his role on Disney series Bizarre Bark, which was fired mid-series after he went public about complaints about him. So he was a big YouTuber. This is still when he was like 16 years old. So it was still kind of acceptable for him to be a douchebag. But Disney was not feeling it. They gave him a lead. And then they decided to go their separate ways. Basically, people didn't really say what happened. But the series Bizarre Bark is a self-nod to the typical social media fame that Paul acquired for himself. And his career resembled his real-life persona, a douchebag. So that was that. He was on Disney Channel. They kicked him off. Those business ventures proved controversial too, and Paul has been accused of accused of trying to scam young followers more than once. Again, Paul's been accused of scamming young followers more than once. His ventures tend to revolve around criteria central scheme. Paul tells his kids and subscribers that education isn't important since he didn't do well in school and became rich and famous. So people think that he's just scamming everyone to become a YouTuber. Should I keep going? Apart from his scamming his young audience, Paul has also gotten heat for numerous controversial comments and inappropriate videos, including racial slurs. We love a good racial slur, right? Many of Paul's videos have come over fire for inappropriate for a young audience, since a lot have been revolved around actual violence. For example, in 2018, January, he posted a video called I Lost My Virginity, which entailed a thumbnail of Paul's then girlfriend, Erica Castile, semi-nude. It was age restricted after scrutiny. And then all of that. He had Riley Reid, the porn star, all types of stuff. So that's what I'm saying. Like, Jake Paul gets down with the get down. I don't know why everyone's acting like Jake Paul don't get down with the get down. This is only the beginning of the controversies. All right, let's see what's going on. I think it's fake because she is an OnlyFans girl. The more attention she gets, the more people you can buy her body. It's simple. She complains that being violated for her body, but yet she sells her body online. Seems pretty sus. I think that this is going to be able to be debunked. Again, I haven't heard anything really that much about Jake Paul and assault. Let's not forget his rap songs. He should have went for jail for that. Illegal. The rap songs were illegal. A mess. An absolute mess. Anyway, Gigi Hadid had a tweet to say about Jake Paul. I'm gonna go ahead and get back into the controversy because we're still going through the scandals and the racist slurs. Here's Gigi Hadid. After strong rebukes from other creators, Paul tweeted that he has anxiety and that his tweet was simply spreading more awareness about mental illness. So he had some mental illness drama going on. LOL, because he doesn't care to hang with you and your embarrassing crew of your YouTube groupies. Home alone with his best friends like a respectful king, because he has me, sweetie. Unbothered by your irrelevant, ugly ass, go to bed. LOL, he doesn't care to hang with you. What is this? Oh, okay. This was some more groupie drama. In 2017, Paul from Coachella. 2015, a 49-second clip. Paul starts freestyle rapping in a song, Throw Some Mo. Throw Some Mo. The Ray Shremmer song, and he says N-word twice, including referring to himself as a little ass. And then we know that his brother, Logan, did the Suicide Force. And then this is what I've been waiting for, the Tana Mojo drama. So this girl is alleging during this time, he married Tana Mojo in that same month. So he was definitely still, go to jail, go to jail. It is a bit, sis, I agree, but we don't know. Let me clarify. I 100% think that Jake Paul definitely forced her to give him some little fellatio. But she said that he finished and all these things and all this, so it's just a lot for me in my head right now. And I'm just like, wow, how many women have been coerced into giving a guy some sloppy top and didn't want to? That's why I was saying earlier, be honest. Just be honest. So those who do not know, Tana Mojo is one of the biggest white girl YouTubers. Love Tana. She's kind of a scumbag too. Love her though. Paul has a short-lived YouTube marriage to another famous YouTuber, Tana Mojo, which includes a disastrous paid wedding. So they basically plastered this wedding all over social media to have people pay for the live stream. And then it ended up being fake. They weren't married for real, but they did date. And I did think they were in love in some way. Another focal point of controversies, including Paul, are his relationships. Paul has faked 2 marriages, referring to the practice himself as an entertainment, like the WWE, particularly staged wrestling matches. His first fake wedding was with Erica Costell. This was his girlfriend for a long time. In my opinion, I think this is the girl he loved the most. He has her still come back and forth with videos and all that. I told you I keep up a little bit. The second fake marriage was to Tana Mojo. The saga definitely played off because the relationship's inception to the wedding and to its breakup, estimated $600 million in media value. People were paying for this fake wedding to see. Exactly. Thank you. Shireen is about it. Shireen knows. Shireen sings. She makes music. She knows how these people be scumbags. Sloppy top. It's a sloppy top for me. Just saying, don't grab people's heads and tell them to give me the sloppy top because you're gonna pull a Jake Paul. How much more are they gonna forgive Jake Paul for acting a fool? We're still going. Let's just see because we're still there. So more Jake Paul. Let's continue on. Make sure you're hitting that subscribe button, y'all. Support your girl. Let's continue. Second fake wedding to Tana Mojo, $600 million. I'm at the $600 million for a fake wedding. Elements of Paul's fake relationships have felt unfair to the women who's been involved with. Mojo expanded the wedding as a night of hell while she dealt with a family emergency the day after. Paul continued on to plan their wedding honeymoon where he posed with half-naked women. So Tana, the girl, she made a video about this. If you don't know who Tana Mojo is, just look her up. She exposed it, but they continue to still mess around. This is all for clout. Continuing on, Paul was charged with trespassing in Arizona after video circulated of him at the mall where looting went on. So this happened when all of the other looting went on around this time last year, whatever. Take a couple months, give a couple months. He was out there looting too in Arizona, acting a fool just for the hell of it. So despite the incidents, Paul's bad behavior being met with a huge backlash in typical condemnation of other YouTubers, they are also incredibly effective. Paul has never experienced massive subscriber loss that impacted his career until this. This video's down. On May 31st, Paul and his friends and associates posted video to social media of themselves at the Scottsdale Fashion Square shopping mall in Scottsdale, Arizona. Paul claims that he has been peacefully protesting earlier, but he was really looting and breaking shit for fun and for the YouTube. Next thing, Paul stoked tension between himself and the mayor of Calabasas throwing a party. Ooh, I feel like Michael Jackson moonwalker through Calabasas. Now we're getting back to the current time. Paul's another controversy where he threw a massive party to his video shoot in July for his shitty music. Later in an interview, Paul told the Insider he didn't know if he'd continue partying after the incident, but him and the mayor got into it. It's still going. We're still going. We're still going. Causing more controversy, this is the last thing I knew about Jake Paul doing. The FBI executed a federal warrant of Paul's mansion, and the agency said on August 5th, the FBI conducted a search of Paul's mansion. A representative of the agency said there was a federal search and a warrant affidavit is sealed and the part of an ongoing investigation. Paul said he believes C-19 was a hoax, not real. His interview with an interview with the Daily Beast ahead of his fight with Nate Robinson, the basketball player. If you didn't know, he fought Nate Robinson, the basketball player. Craziness. Paul later claimed in an interview on The Verge Daily he didn't think that this was real. There are people losing jobs. There are small businesses who are going bankrupt. There are millions of people who are unemployed right now and turning to alcohol, drugs to cope with it. Paul said in his interview, C-19 cases are less than 1%, and I think the disease is a hoax. And that was as of recent. Is that enough for everybody now? I think we got through it all, didn't we? Did we not? I've been on here for a long time. I said I wasn't going to make this over 30 minutes, but we got through it. I would love to know what you guys think about this Jake Paul Drama. I don't know how to feel about this. Interesting, but I've heard this story a lot before, and it happens to a lot of people who I know. And it just really, on all seriousness, through the laughs and all things we're talking, what is the sliding scale for assault in SA? I feel like it is a sliding scale. I feel like everyone who would consider one assault would consider another. I feel like a lot of people consider it to be full intercourse. You know, this woman is speaking about her experience of assault allegedly with JP, but it had to do with fellatio. So let's see. You know, people are kind of weary of this and be all types of things, but I think and I believe that this situation happened. But we weren't there. It wasn't a fly on the wall. And I believe that you got to believe the victims when they come out until proven not true, because a lot of these things still do happen. But I do understand what everybody's saying as well in the comments about this seeming a little weird. I don't know. Free NBA Youngboy in the meantime. He deserves to be freed and lock Jake Paul up. How about that? I love you guys. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that thumbs up button. Your girl is on her way to 800 subscribers. Did you guys know that this on the necklace is called the nipple? And my necklace always turns around. Thank you for my Tiffany necklace, mother. I love it. I love my Tiffany necklace. Anyway, y'all, I'll see you guys later. Let me know what you think about this drama, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.